All right, today we're working on March. That's the third month in the year, and it looks like this, March. We're putting a leprechaun on there today. So if you missed our Zoom class, please keep watching and get out a Sharpie to draw a leprechaun standing in front of a beautiful rainbow. Ooh, let's get started. Today, we're going to use a Sharpie again. Even though we're coloring with crayons, the Sharpie is nice and thick, and it's fun to look at. Okay, so remember, we're going to draw a leprechaun. And we drew this in our morning class, but if you didn't get to do that with us, here's your time to catch up. So you take your Sharpie and you start with his hat. So I'm going to draw a skinny line, making a rectangle like that. That's the brim of his hat. Then I'm going to make a tall rectangle like that. That's the top of his hat. Then leprechauns usually like shiny things, so I'm going to give him a nice shiny buckle. I'm going to make a square on top of his brim like that, with a small square inside. Then I'm going to draw two lines on the side. That makes the ribbon of his buckle on his hat. Pretty fancy, right? Then I'm going to make his face underneath his hat. So I'm going to just draw a little smiley face shape coming out. And then I'm going to give him two ears. So I'm going to just give him little lines like that, with a little line at the top for the top of his ear like that. Then leprechauns are from Ireland usually. They have beards. So I'm going to give him a nice curly beard. It's just going to look like flower petals almost. And I'm going to go from one ear to the other like that. Then I'm going to give him a face. I'm going to give him two eyes. And I'm just going to use circles, and he can be looking wherever he wants. And then I'm going to give him, maybe bigger eyeballs. There we go. Then I'm going to give him a little nose, kind of like a rainbow shape, and a big smile. Leprechauns are really mischievous. That means they like to play jokes and have fun on St. Patrick's Day, which is in March. And then I'm going to give him a body. So underneath his beard, all the way down, I'm just going to do kind of a curved line. Those are his shoulders. And I'm going to give him another buckle on his shirt. So I'm going to make a rectangle with a small rectangle inside, and then two lines for the belt, and two lines on this side for the belt. There, pretty fancy, right? Now I'm going to give him some arms coming over here too. So I guess that wasn't his shoulders, that was his belly. There's his arms. There we go. Now, leprechauns are said to bury their rainbow or their pot of gold at the end of rainbows. So I'm going to give a nice big rainbow for my leprechaun. But rainbows have 6 colors. So I want to start at this corner and go all the way to this corner. Watch how I do that. I'm going to go up almost to the word March and then come down on this side. Pretty big, right? Then I'm going to follow that line, making a skinny little curved shape. That's going to be my red. So that means I can color that in red. Okay, so now I'm going to make another one. This will be orange. But I get to my leprechaun, I don't want to draw over him. He's standing in front of the rainbow. So then I'm just going to pretend the line keeps going and put my pen down on this side. There, that's my orange. Okay, yellow. I'm going to go up. Oops, I ran into the hat. Pretend. Okay, put my pen down. There's my yellow. Okay, red, orange, yellow, green. All right. Go pretend. And blue. And purple too. I can sing a rainbow too. Nice job, friends. We are ready to color. So get out your crayons and go and watch the lesson. Oh, I can't wait to see your leprechauns all done. All right, friends, we are ready to color our leprechaun. Today, we're going to use crayons. Because this is such a detailed drawing, it would be very hard to paint it. We also have some skin color on our leprechaun that we don't usually have paint colors for. So leprechauns are from Ireland, which is a country pretty far north, and they have pretty fair skin. That means you're going to want to use a light peachy color for his skin, because they usually have very light skin because they don't have a lot of warm, hot, sunny days. So their skin is pretty pale. They also have really light hair and sometimes red hair. It's pretty famous. So we're going to give our leprechaun red hair for his beard here. There we go, all done. Since this one isn't painted, we don't need to let it dry before we put it away. Nice job today, friends.